Well, I don't have any fancy backgrounds. I don't have any green screens. I don't have any fancy recording equipment. I don't have anything that really would make a video a lot better than it is. So we're just going to have to deal with this. A bedroom. Leave it at that. Alright, so today I got some gloves that I was seeing a lot of ads and whatnot on Facebook, and they looked pretty cool. They had some videos, and basically they call them indestructible gloves. Yeah, they called it indestructible gloves. On the video, it showed a guy punching through a glass car window with really no visible damage or injury to his hands. And now these aren't the exact ones, but these technically are the exact ones, but I got these off of Wish.com instead of the website where it said you should get them from. So I made a previous video about some kind of padded gloves, and in that one I told y'all that the inside on the knuckle part where it's supposed to be protected, the inside, the mesh just grinded against the knuckles, and like even just making a fist, it's the mesh on the inside scraped against the knuckles, and it just didn't feel good. These ones, I gotta say, are a massive upgrade to those ones. Did I buy 2 pairs? I think this is the only other pair that I got. But these ones are a massive upgrade to those. Now, I will say right off the bat, there's not really any upgrade to. I mean, these are good for protection. These would be good for paintball, softball, anything that you could possibly really hurt your hands in. But as for like indestructible, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I wouldn't. Not even gonna bother testing these because I don't want to break my damn hand. So these ones are actually pretty comfortable. They're got their own little strap here, Velcro. So they're actually a lot better because it does have those. I can't even tell if you can see that. It's got the point right there, so you can actually tighten it fairly well. Instead of just having the Velcro itself there, this one actually helps tighten them a lot better. They fit a lot better too. And I believe at the point they had full hand gloves or fingerless gloves, but I like fingerless gloves because if I still want to, change the music on my phone or whatnot, I can do that without having to full on take the glove off. The knuckles are padded. It's not anything hard. It's more of like a soft rubber. And it really covers the back of the knuckles, not really the front of the knuckles. Like if you're going to punch something, there's really nothing there. There's a slim padding right there, but that's really it. Like I can just feel my finger pushing it through, so I can guarantee you that if you were to punch something with that, it'd hurt. The back side of the knuckles are a lot more covered by the rubber. So like a backhand or something like that, you probably do, and not really hurt yourself. That's about it. Right here, I don't know what this part of the hand is called, so bear with me. You see right there, it does have a bit more of the rubber. And it doesn't really seem to have any practical use other than just having a bit more padding on there, with probably not wanting to use too much material, so they didn't really use that much. It's got a nice padding on the underside of it. It fits really nice. It fits very well. It's comfortable. I just got to cut in this one because I cut through the package with my knife. The knife's too sharp for its own good. But I gotta say, for the most part, do not punch anything hard with these, okay? Do not do it. The padding gives you a tiny bit more of protection. Like just punching my hand, it hurts the knuckle. It hurts my middle knuckle. Just punching the inside of my hand, that hurts. Starts hurting after a while. I could still feel the bone. And even like doing on the backside, could still feel it. So full on punching something with these, you're more than likely going to break your hand. But as for like I said, paintball or something like that, these are great. These are comfortable. The padding actually works really well when going up against something light. So if you're like doing maybe a kendo practice with a sword stick, or you were doing throwing stones, doing whatever that you could end up hurting your hands with, this does give you a very light form of protection. Now, as for Indestructible, no. The part itself here is fairly well. It's all sticking together. I've used these through a few different moving, stuff from the house around, heavy objects. I've, worn these when I was chopping down tree branches and whatnot. It's held together fairly well. There's obviously going to be some threads coming loose, but it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, the biggest problem about the gloves is the cut, but that was because I was stupid and I cut too deep into the packaging. On the inside, just to show you there, it does have a bit more soft padding on the inside of it too. It's a very thin layer, so it doesn't really do much. It's other than that, man, that's really all I got to say to it. There's not really anything bad I'm going to say about these, because it's just there's not really bad to say beyond maybe false advertisement. Because I mean, even if the paddings on the knuckles were a lot harder, to the point where I could full on punch a glass window, even if knuckles don't hurt, the impact's gonna hurt. I could screw up my wrist, I could screw up my elbow, because even if it gives you padding, it's still going to be the recoil of you hitting something. So unless you full-on break through it, which I don't think is very likely on a first hit, that is going to go straight up the arm. You could frickin' hurt your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist. Hell, even with more padding, you could still probably break a few knuckles. But for these, they're kind of handy when it comes to moving things around. You got a little bit more protection for your hand. Not so much on the fingers, because even with the full-on fingered part, it doesn't give you that much protection for them. But I do like the straps on them. It does make them a bit more comfortable. It gives them a little bit more tight fitting, so they don't feel loose. If I'm gonna wear gloves, I want them to, be tight. I don't want it to feel like it's gonna come flying off or anything like that. And they are nice. These are about I think these were a large. I don't know if that counts as small hands or not. But other than that, they're pretty decent. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing anything to where you're seriously going to hurt your hands with them. There's actually gloves out there that give you a lot more protection. But as for these, I mean, when I was used to, practice sword fighting with my nephew, I could have used these because he had a bad habit of smacking my knuckles. But beyond that, they're pretty good. I suggest using these for if you're moving things, paintball, whatnot. But as for full-on punching things, you're better off not using these. And sorry, they didn't have a name for them. They just called them the Indestructible gloves. I got these off of Wish for $10 to maybe $20. They're all right. I don't really use them for anything, but I thought it'd be kind of neat. Compared to the other armored gloves I made a video on, these things are a league above them. They're a lot more comfortable to wear. They got a lot more protection on them, even though it's not that much. And I'd highly recommend these over the other ones. Anyways, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.